Good afternoon, I'm DRBMiller and this is Destiny 2 Beyond Light. A warm welcome to all of our friends, fans, viewers, participants, community members and squad mates. Thank you for joining us today. Thank you for watching us on various platforms. We are back with Destiny 2 today, and I'm very glad to say that we'll have our community members participating as well. We'll have Spurs and Sukapupu joining us, and we'll have a bit of a walkthrough in order for our community members to become a bit more accustomed, more familiar with all that Destiny 2 has to offer. You would have heard from Bungie that Destiny is going to go crossplay, and we'll have cross-platform access. So I really have been to a degree waiting for that to take place. I thought perhaps in early January we will get some of it, but unfortunately it has not arrived as yet. And as you know, we had many people popping in from the PC and Xbox and PlayStation communities separately, and once we get cross-platform access, we are going to be able to get everything at once, and therefore join hands with our friends worldwide and participate at any time of the day. So really very, very good news for us all, and hope you have been enjoying the Dawning season. I did stream it here during the Christmas period, and I had a lot of fun. Unfortunately, I've not finished everything, and because everybody else was busy with baking their own cookies and doing their masterworks on the oven, nobody joined me really, so I was doing everything by myself, and some of the activities were very long-winded, and therefore I had not completed everything that was there to be done. I still have lots of other tasks that require completion. As you know, I'm playing Destiny on two platforms, PlayStation and Xbox. So I really look forward to that day when we're going to get cross-platform integration, as the community is going to be very similar to what we have in PUBG and Warzone, our regular streams here every day, as well as in Apex and all other games that have embraced the new way of growing one's own community and making sure that the participants could contact each other irrespective of the platform they play the games on. So that is all very, very good news. And on the other note, I wanted to also ask you if you could just send us some feedback on our Destiny streams, and whether there are things that you actually want to see here in Destiny 2, because Destiny 1 and 2 are being integrated as well, and I think within the next year we will see the majority of the content that we would have witnessed in the original game migrating to the Destiny universe, because no longer is Destiny called Destiny 2, it's literally Destiny universe, Destiny ever-evolving world, and that's the terminology that Bungie have been using already for quite some time. I think it is very, very important for everyone to be joining forces with us once we get cross-platform access, and therefore we'll be able to access hopefully all the content, combining the original story with everything else. I've had some messages indicating that our veterans were getting a bit tired of repetitive gameplay here, and I did hear from, well, some people who have been with us from the beginning, indicating that they are a bit concerned about all that indeed has been taking place of late through COVID pandemic, and Bungie not being able to work from the studios, and therefore providing us with a lot of content that looked very similar to what we've had previously, and that in itself is obviously a concern to them. They said some of the participation had been reduced due to that experience, and they also said that they will not be playing the game every single day like what they used to, and that itself is of concern to me, because we want to see our community present here every single day, energetic, alive and growing. We want to see everybody present. We want to see people growing their own communities and participating. Maybe with cross-platform we'll be getting a bit more of that sort of connectivity. I really look forward to it as well. But I think it's quite clear and quite reasonable for all of us to understand, if somebody was doing the Dawning 2 or 3 years in a row, or indeed work with some of the pinnacle weapons very, very hard, then similar sort of activity that doesn't provide maybe some sort of magnificent rewards is not going to be as entertaining, and therefore they will just try and do something else. I think Captain Jack told me he comes in for seasonal content and does a bit of work on it, but doesn't really hammer the game as much as he used to, due to the repetition or the repetitive content as described. So these are the factors that are influencing the way the community is. We do know that lots of people are doing the Dawning season, and we had one section that was dependent on the overall collection of certain items from the whole community, and we had received our rewards then afterwards, and indeed they are very, very useful. I managed to get a very nice the Dawning Sparrow and a new ship from Amanda and a couple of other items, so I was very, very happy. But the Masterwork Oven indeed did not transpire. So at the end of the day, we are all looking forward to the future. We are considering all that is going to be happening, and we are looking forward to our friends from all platforms coming into one big universe. So that is the future. The new season will be focusing indeed on all of those activities. We'll be looking at whatever is happening to Destiny universe on an everyday basis, and if you've been following my daily news bulletins, you would have seen that we've had lots of news related to Bungie and all the activities that indeed are to be coming our way in no time. So, you know, make sure you hit us up sometimes with news bulletins as well, because the new structure of the channel indeed has extracted some of my introductions and everything else that we have here, and I really provide now separate streams which are dedicated to a particular topic. So that itself is a new concept, and so far it's been very popular. It's been very easy to find certain content on YouTube once I archive everything, and I really quite like the way it is at present. So if you are watching my streams, just send us a message or two indicating with your feedback whether you're equally happy. Because I know we used to spend a couple of hours sometimes in my Destiny streams initially talking to our community members and doing everything, and that itself has been always very, very enjoyable. We'll do exactly the same again, but the news content, you know, when I talk about everything that's happening out there in the industry, has been migrated to our news bulletin, which is delivered every single day. And also we have then community content, which is basically game specific. If we're playing Skyrim, we'll talk about Skyrim and many other games that other community members are entertaining at the moment, but you know, it is going to be very much game specific, all the content, all the activities, and maybe the community as well. We know that people do not easily migrate from, let's say, Skyrim to Halo, or from Halo to Borderlands, and therefore we'll sort of keep it very, very close to the topic. Okay, so I think these are the news, so just keep it in mind. This is a new season of Destiny 2 streams on the channel. Secondly, we are getting crossplay. It is coming our way from Bungie, so we'll be able to access everybody from any platform, inclusive of Stadia. And then thirdly, we'll have lots of our community members joining forces here on the channel in order to do walkthroughs, to do various other community-based activities, exactly the same like what we'd had a little while back with Destiny 1. Right, so I just need to take a very short break. Once I come back, I'll bring in Spurs, and indeed I will try to get in Sekapupu, and we'll crack on with some activity here in Destiny 2. So stay with us, I'll be back very, very shortly. Alright, my friends, we are going to be cracking on now with some Destiny activity. We'll bring in Spurs first of all, and I will invite him through the party. So just bear with me. I need to invite our friends. Let's see, Spurs. There we are, inviting chatting party. Let us just wait until our friend joins us, joining the party. Yep, chat audio switch to party. Party joined. Hello there, how's it going? Can you hear me? Oh, excellent, fantastic. Sorry to keep you waiting a bit. I was giving my introduction and talking about the news and everything Destiny related, because really for the viewers the most important bit of news is about Destiny becoming cross-platform, so we'll get everybody from Stadia and PC as well as Xbox and PlayStation coming into one big universe. And a lot of people have not heard the news from Bungie, and you know, we have community members who are just like dedicated to PCs and not very keen on this. And I think it was very important for them to know that that is the next big thing to come in here with Destiny. I've asked Kapupu to join us. I'll send him an invite also for the party, because I think he might be still out, and then you know, he can pop in at any time. He will be a tremendous guide, because he's done literally every single corner of Destiny universe. He knows everything about every single bit. And he'll be able to provide both of us with some insights, as well as for the, you know, with some you know, kind of state-of-the-art descriptions and rundown on the latest activities in Beyond Light, because I've not done the entire Beyond Light expansion, and I think what two of us will be doing, as I'm doing it on the PlayStation, is going to be just exploring the Destiny universe, you know, and looking at everything that is there, offered free of charge for everyone to come in. My Beyond Light is on Xbox, and as it's not cross-platform yet, I can't be basically integrating the two. So that's, you know, that's the idea. And let me just send in very quickly our party invite, and then we'll crack on with some activity. Let's see. Take No, there's no problem. There's no problem. What we'll do is we'll do some hectic activities, so level up immediately. You get the best weapons, and I'll show you exactly how it works with loadouts and with the inventory. It's very easy and very complex at the same time. You know, it's just like, it's very easy to pick up weapons, but it's quite complicated to get mods, which is like perks. And initially it was just straightforward type of exercise. You'd pick up a weapon and you would modify it, but they've changed the whole system, and you need to be getting various materials and other things in order to be able to use the mods, and that is a lengthy grind. So you know, doing it in a group is always better, because we all get lots of materials, and you know, we kind of progress forward much faster than otherwise. And for my Destiny 2 streams in recent months, I've not had that many community members coming in, because everyone got very fed up with the seasonal content that appeared to be quite repetitive, and that's in view of the fact that nobody is working from the offices and they're working from home. So they were just rehashing some of the old content and tweaking bits and pieces, and it did come across. I mean, I have to say, I've done the Iron Banner several times, and then the Dawning season, there was another season as well, I think in the summer, I can't remember which one it was, with the same character, NPC, that provides you like loot and, you know, various goodies. And then the trouble was that, you know, you were grinding and grinding, and eventually didn't get a weapon that was particularly significant. It's just like another addition to your collection, that sort of thing. And that went down really badly with, you know, the completionists and the grinders. People kind of like grinding, but they want something magnificent to come their way in the end. And well, you know, they'll obviously do some work, and I'm sure Destiny will be just getting, you know, better and better, moving from strength to strength. And I don't know, I quite like both games, and I find generally that both games are significantly different. The first game is a lot more difficult to complete, and it has some incredibly arduous tasks, always the best completed and done, with a squad, with a team fully on board. They have very difficult raids. Those raids are like the pinnacle activities in Destiny, I think number 4, whilst Destiny 2 is not as difficult. It's sort of more user-friendly. It's open to everyone to join, also with free download and, So I think the guys are kind of like hammering it. People who are experienced with raids, they're not keen on just walking in and doing pedestrian tasks. But as you will see, there's lots to do, and it's just very enjoyable. And I think similar to Warzone and Apex, maybe even more to Apex than Warzone, this is a very kind of community-based game. It's a game that's very user-friendly, wants to bring people in, and you can find lots of new friends there in the tower, which is basically the social hub, and generally through any form of gameplay. So it's really, really good. And I think the other thing which is significant is lots of people played Halo for more than 10 years. They migrated to Destiny. So have a community that comprises the veterans of Halo together with the newbies and rookies and everyone else. So it's a very, very big community. And lots of nice people. I mean, I met so many nice people. I have to say primarily from the US. So 75% of my community members, Destiny community members, are from the United States. And still it is one of the most popular games out there. As a multiplayer, of course. Okay, so let's have a look. I think what we need to do is I'll log in, and you coming in through your Warlock or any other character. Or you have your Titan. Okay, I have my Warlock, so it makes no difference. I'll bring you in also through the we have like a separate social section in here. So let me just bring you in. Let's see, open director, and then we have roster. Let me see, friends. Oh yeah, there you are. So I'll bring you in and invite to fire team. Coming in. Did you get the invite? Okay. Just wait until you join me, because you'll be also flying together with me. Once you accept. There we are. As you can see, I have this wonderful new ship given to me by Ava Levant, the leader of that season which we get for Christmas. She's one of the NPCs that provides you with quests and tasks and everything. And it does have that wonderful Christmassy design on top. Ah, well, it's funny because we can see it in reverse, I guess. And you'll be able to see it, well, in fact, let me see. Oh yeah, if you were watching the stream you'll be able to see it, but not otherwise within the game. I keep forgetting. Alright. Yeah, you'll be able to see it as we are flying. No, it's too far, and also at the moment it's sort of fairly dark, and therefore the design is not particularly visible. You'll be able to see it. You can see it, yeah. But now when I place it on through the inventory, you'll be able to see the actual ship a lot better. Moncentric. You see it? Like that. Yeah, it's a lot. Well, I mean, that ship's also cool. The way it works is you go to Amanda after you completed certain quests, and then she kind of gives you a freebie, a new ship. Or you can purchase some of the ships from Zer. Zer is like a mysterious vendor that pops up every weekend, and he provides the highest quality loot. So there's like various characters who will give you different types of things, and it's all pretty well integrated within the story and the game itself. But this is quite a special ship because first of all it looks a bit like F-35, the latest combat aircraft that the US has, and does have this sort of nice glowing kind of golden design on top, which is basically the emblem of the season, the dawning season, which we get every Christmas. And then if you look at it here, you'll be able to see it does have these mods. So the first one is shader, and that's basically skins. And as you play the game, you get lots of shaders, so you can really customize your items, your weapons, your vehicles accordingly. And you know, it's almost like infinite number of possibilities. There's so many different shaders. Then they'll have a transmat effect, and that's basically the effect you get when you're respawning. So if you are, I don't know, traveling to a certain area, then you will get this effect. Again, lots of these are there, and you can choose the one that's sort of most applicable. Quite like the one which gives me the shield with, you know, coats of arms, and it's just like one of those things that I like. But you got like the one with the rabbit, or when you just come out of dust, and you'll see it, you know. It's, well, let me see, preview, for instance, this one you'll be able to see like that. So when you preview, it's like this, you know. Every one of those is different. So if we went to, let's say, this one, purple class, it will be similar to the banner that you presently have with those lions. Yeah, it's identical. Yeah, there you go. Ideal. Well, nevertheless, if you then choose the what is it called, purple class sigil, then you know you'll get it fully displayed anytime you're respawning. So that's pretty good. And the last one is ship engine effect, and yet again it's one of those things you collect as you kind of progress with the game, and there are lots and lots of different things that we can be collecting. Alright, so I brought you in. So the first thing that we usually do is similar to what we do in the lobby when we do Warzone. We go to the tower. So the tower is our main base, it's a social hub, and we get our vault in there, so all the unnecessary items could be placed in the vault, and therefore once we get there we can do all the admin, you know, adjusting weapons, switching stuff, and getting everything sorted. Also, there are lots of NPCs in the tower, and we can be purchasing certain things from them if necessary. Most importantly, before any mission we have to collect bounties, right? So the bounties are like really important because they give you extra materials and extra loot. So without further ado, let's just crack on. You could see that this is our universe: Europa, Nessus, Vanguard, Gambit and Crucible. These are PvP activities, and the rest is PvE. And we lost 4 planets with the latest update, and you know why? Because the Darkness, the bad guys, had hijacked them, so the forces of resistance can't anymore get in. A very, very clever way of rehashing the content, and they're still considering how to bring them back, and you know, maybe in a couple of years or so. But they gave the explanation, and once they gave the explanation that Darkness has hijacked half the universe, all the gamers, particularly the juniors, said, "Oh yeah, of course." Previously, like, so unhappy. The Darkness just hijacked all the planets. Everyone was happy. So, so oh, there's going to be lots of battles ahead. Once we get the planets back, there's loads of battles, and it'll be hectic. So, you know, the gamers have their ways. The tower is in the middle, so we'll go to the tower, fly there, and then once you go to the yeah, it will be automated once, because basically you walked into my game, so what I do initially will be based on, you know, I sort of join decisions. But once we get into the thick of the action, you have a separate character and you do everything separately, together with me. Obviously, we are like a squad, but you can walk anywhere. There's no restrictions of any sort. So when you look at a map, any map of any area will give you non-playable characters. So the ones that are glowing at the moment, like Master Hull and Monument to Lost Lights and Vault, these are, you know, either the NPCs or the places where... Oh, there's Sekapupu as well. I knew he was going to pop in. Hello, Sekapupu. I just explained to Spares you know, a few bits and pieces about the inventory and the maps. So I'll bring you in straight away. And let me just send you our invite in there. Party, it's 2 of us. Let me see if he's joined. Oh yeah, there we are. So, chat in party. I've sent you our party invite, and I'll send you also another invite here for the game. Hang on. Roster. Sekapupu. Inviting you to our fire team. Sent you an invite. So let's just wait until Sukapupu joins us. Hello there. Got my messages, yeah? Did you get my messages which I sent? Or not? I sent messages yesterday to your PlayStation app, just asking whether you wanted to join us today. You know, basically discuss the times which would be suitable for you and everything. Well, if you didn't receive them, that's fine. They were sent to your PlayStation app messaging service, so you know. Right, I was just explaining a few things, and once we get in, please do lead the way, because you're more experienced here with Destiny Universe than myself. You'll be able to tell us everything, basically, and show us the ropes. So we'll go to the tower first of all. There we are. I did send it. Did not get it. Have a look. Did you get it? Will you be able to join once we landed? Yeah, it's just the activated the next activity, and that's probably why. I think you can see better now, Spurs, can you? Looks quite pretty. It's very nice. He's in a party already. Hold on, hold on. What's happened? What's happened? Something's happened. No, this is wrong. Hang on. I apologize for this. There was a problem in there. For whatever reason, I got migrated to another party when in fact I thought I invited Sekapupu to join our party. So, it's a bit weird. I do apologize, and so this is the tower. Lead the way, Sekapupu. Where do we go? If you can explain to Spares what we need to be doing. Yeah, Spares is here. Spares is also playing Titan. Yep. That's right, that's right. I'm doing the same. Look at this. I've got several. Sekapupu has loads of these. It's all three of us, look at it. But you could see straight away as we are doing something, other people are having a look. You see this guy, Jack, and he will probably send me an invite. It's a really, really good area, you know, social hub, to be making new friends and making new connections. It's really cool. And we met lots of people over the years, both here and in Destiny 1, whilst they were just doing the admin. Well, you had like an armchair or settee, Sukapupu. What was that? It just looked like a really comfortable bed. Oh, I see. Let's have a look at it again. Yeah, let's have a look at it again. And now you are hijacking Spanner's job, right? It's called DJ Spanner. He does DJing as well. Looks like a hammock. Like a watermelon. Well, that's cool. It's also groovy. You go to options, you click options button, and then you go to your inventory. I mean, wrongly. You go to character, and then when you look at the character, you've got your weaponry to your left, you've got your armor to your right, and the way it works is you just basically highlight your weapon, you see whatever you've got there. The inventory usually allows you up to 9 pieces to be carried per primary, secondary, and for the heavy. So it's always the best to leave like three spaces. I usually carry 6 and put everything else in the vault, or delete if it's not necessary. And then you have also your ghost. Ghost is very useful because he's a bit like, yeah, you click down arrow. Sakapupi, you lead the way. On D-pad, yeah, on D-pad, you click the one which is down. Yeah. So once you press the down button on D-pad, then you'll have your sparrows, your ships. You will have the emblems, finishers, and then emotes. And then you click by pressing X button on. No, wrongly actually. You go to you press triangle, and then you'll see all the other ones that you've got. And according to, well, as you could see, if you press, let's say, left on your D button, and then you just swap. It's a bit fidgety, but eventually, you know, we get there. Yeah. You're frying pigeons. You cook those pigeons. So, for myself, anytime when I'm sort of full with my inventory, and there are items that I should have collected, they all get sent to the postmaster, and he's always here. So, for instance, there is going to be yeah, there's just one item in there that I have not collected. Tesseract trace, a pair of boots. I don't really need them at the moment. And you know, if you do like hectic activities, like Gambit or what's it called, Sakapupu, the Altars of Sorrows, right? So lots of enemies coming in, and then sometimes you pick up more than 9 items, and whatever you have not picked up gets sent to your postmaster, so it actually doesn't get lost. So it's not as important to collect everything on the spot. You know, Tess Everis, she's also one of the vendors. She's like selling different things. I rarely buy anything there. Yeah. So it's for things to be bought from her. and I never really buy anything in there. Don't spend my dollar on cosmetics and...
Thanks for shopping Eververse, Guardian.
In here... Come on, tell us. Well, key characters in here are your quartermaster, and he's called Banshee, right? He's like a gun. Well, he's a gunsmith, right? So he offers weapons, and you can purchase various weapons from him, and then pick up bounties. So I think it'd be useful before we go to the first mission for you to collect some bounties from him, right? So you'll see how local calibration, field calibration. Yeah, they will help you with weapons. They'll basically give you XPs, and I've had a couple of things there, but quests. I have a quest for Broken Blade, which I will not be doing at the moment. And he also has something called Upgrade Module. So that is an item that you need in order to upgrade weapons. So for instance, if you look,
take it easy.
Yeah, raise the bar for. Yeah, so for instance, if you look at the inventory, I have here a weapon called Tranquility, which is 1060, right? And I want to raise it to 1200. So what I do is I need to have that upgrade module, that item from Gunsmith. I need to buy it, and they're quite rare. And then I can infuse another weapon, which is 1200, that I do not need, and then increase the light.
Together, doesn't it?
So it's probably the best way of doing it is just by simply jumping in and doing some of the activities. Otherwise, it's going to be like too much information to take on board. And because Destiny is massive with all kinds of ins and outs of what one needs to be doing with inventory and everything else, it's always the best if one just kind of strolls along and then learns everything. Alright, so let me just very quickly have a look at what I need to change here. I've got a sniper rifle, 1141, what's this? Sniper rifle, 1200.
Lost too much when the Red Legion hit us.
Pulse rifle, put that pulse rifle on, increase my light level. The strength of the character is determined by that power level. It's also called light. We imported this sort of light level from Destiny 1, but they changed it, the name for it in the sequel. And the idea is that whatever you pick up needs to be always with the highest possible power level, right?
I can work with this.
Yeah, compared to the original. What's your power, Sikapupu?
Earth's a good place, worth fighting for.
Yeah, that's true.
Till next time.
Trying to see where you are. Oh, he's gone to Lord Shaxx. Well,
Spawn have no social grace.
Yeah, 1270. Yeah, you see this guy here, Spence, Lord Shaxx, right? he is the main NPC for PvP activity called the Crucible. So it will give you bounties, and then you play against other people within a selection of very tight death matches. We can try that a bit later as well. I'm not particularly keen on the Crucible, but they keep bringing it in. Really? What's the reason for that? We'll try it. I've not been to the Crucible for a while, but I was just going to say that it's a bit like a selection of very tight death matches, and it can be very frustrating because some people have better weapons, or they'll be faster, or faster internet, or whatever. And the only thing is, they keep integrating various activities within this Destiny universe, so you've got to be doing them. You know, like with seasonal content, they'll ask you, in order to get a particular quest sorted, you need to do 10 Crucible matches, and then 5 Gambit and 5 patrols, and so they basically combine all the activity, so people need to be doing them. And you know, I always just abide by the rules, so I do everything. So, Sekapupu, what do you think? What shall we crack on with first? Well, I think for me, for Space to see something really enjoyable would be Altars of Sorrow. On the moon. The altars, yeah. Yeah, but I think just to experience something which is as hectic as possible and as enjoyable, you know, I think it's the activity that I would consider. Strikes are more tied in with story missions. I think it's the best if we try something initially that will give Spurs a good flavor of, you know, the very best content in here. We can just go through different activities. Go for Altars first, we can go and do a couple of strikes later. We can have a peek at the Crucible, you know, stroll along, that sort of thing. Yeah? Let me just have a look at the weapons the Spurs has. What are the weapons that you have? Well, you know, and, you'll get some really good ones. And then... let me just have a look, just give us a second. Just having a look, but it's not allowing me to inspect you for some reason. Don't know why. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, and I've got it now. Yeah, I've got it. Just didn't register for some reason. You see, what's really quite good for a newbie player in here is that you start with 1050, which is a very high power level, whilst in Destiny 1 you would have to start with, guess what, nil. So it's very difficult if one is nil and the other person is, what is it there, 800 I think or something, and 400, that's right, and then the actual activity in Destiny 1 is tied into the power levels. So if you're in there with two guys who are maxed out, then it's going to be a lot easier for you to walk through the matches and, you know, various quests. But on the other hand, it's very difficult to kill some of the enemies because the weapons are not as strong. And in here, that's not the case. You are able to use weapons on most enemies, hence maybe a couple of bosses that will be as effective. Right, so I think without further ado, gents, we're just gonna step in. We'll you can. Well, it looks like on my screen, like you're having a seizure. You're shaking, you know, really massively. And somebody is wanting to play ball with us. Did you see that? Yeah, there's a big blue one. Big blue one. Oh yeah, yeah. Pushing it down, looks like a globe or Death Star from Star Wars. Yeah, there was. There was. Yeah, I'm Peter Crouch. It says there, Sikapupu doesn't even look at DRBMiller. I'm trying to do a header. Yeah. You've gone down. There. We succeeded. Look at this. It's falling. It's gone. All the other guys are going to hate me. But they can't use their weapons in here, you know. All the weapons are slang, and therefore... Alright, so let's go and try those altars of sorrow. So we'll go to the moon. Oh yeah. Lots of activities on Europa which are included for anyone who's on a freebie. Definitely. But not some of the major story missions. We'll have a look at the moon. Let's see what we've got there. Sorrow's Harbour. You see these big ones there? They're like challenges. Nightmare Hunt Insanity. We can try these. Oh, we need Shadowkeep for this. Okay. Yeah, I don't have Shadowkeep on PlayStation either. I've got everything on Xbox. I've gone there to the harbour. What? That's outrageous. When? Why? I mean, I decide to run my new season from today, and there's gonna be them doing maintenance. But that will be. Let me think. I think that will be at 5 o'clock. I think. Let me check. Oh yeah? Yeah, it does come across as louder. I adjusted mine to 3. But Destiny has absolutely... Yeah. The sound is incredible, and also the orchestral score that they have is second to none. Can't think of any other games from the Elder Scrolls that would have something better or similar. Let me see. We'll look at this. I fell back. You pushed me down. It was you, wasn't me. Sikapupa pushed me. Boo! You just wait and see what we're going to do to you. You see this one, you press your, what's it called, touchpad first, and then you press square. If you look back, Spurs, you can see that sparrow I picked up during the season. It's really a very nice one. Right, so basically the idea is we need to be eliminating all the enemies running from one altar to another. Oh, I hate this weapon. We have strict timing, which means we need to eliminate them as soon as possible. Yeah, okay, we got these. 3 out of 4. Look at his Argus. You'll be able to get a lot of loot in here. You know, there's loads of enemies and where's the last one? Oh, there. You're using your stasis. Yeah, I'm not that keen on that new subclass. Okay, proceed to the next altar. Yeah, just fly over that stuff and you'll be able to pick everything up. Down here. Well, we need to hurry up, I think. Here, right, you see where that wizard is, down here. Got my didn't adjust my subclass perhaps. The one that I was using during the dawning. Yeah, this one's massive. Yeah, he's gone in. Say again? Ruined tablet. Oh yeah. Okay, oh, there's a chest, is there? Oh, we failed. Paperclip's here. Hello, sir. How are you doing? Good to see you. Long time no see. How was your New Year, sir? Paperclip is wishing everyone a very, very happy New Year. And also saying that he's hoping we're all doing very well. Well, you know, all considering, we're alright, but Tier 5 lockdown in our local area, around here, and continuing. 22 hours a day indoors. So it's been very, very difficult. How about you, sir? How was your New Year? How's everything out there, over the pond? Right, we need to really activate another altar. Where have you gone? I don't see you, Sekapupu. Okay, I'll engage with this one. Our friend says everything's going okay, coronavirus is very active. Well, we are doing everything possible to really fight the virus, but we have the vaccine, 4.5 million people vaccinated, I think, so far, so that's quite good. I'm on the priority list, so I'm waiting for that call. I had my seasonal flu vaccine on Saturday. But you know, it's been a struggle, it's been a struggle. But thanks goodness we have our online community of gamers, you know, we can do all sorts of things every single day, and it's just really wonderful. Okay, so we completed this tier. Quickly get some loot. Now we need to go to another altar and activate it. Let's see where. It's going to give us that red marker. We need to go to that red marker once it pops up. Actually, it's not giving us anything at the moment. Let's try this. A nightmare has been sacrificed. Where? Our friend Paperclip says we've had roughly 400,000 deaths in the US. Vaccinations is out and millions have gotten it yet. And Paperclip says also, I did get my vaccine. That's terrific, terrific. Well, I'm still waiting for mine, but you know, it's all coming. And Paperclip says, well, the gaming communities are thriving. Absolutely. Absolutely. We've had a lot of activity here on the channel. Not as much with Destiny, but certainly with Warzone. And we have a new regiment and daily streams and loads of activities with everyone joining us. Coming. This ogre that got me. It's alright, I'll you'll get there, no worries. After doing a few of these rounds, you'll be able to get really good weapons. Our friend's asking, what games have you been playing? Well, actually quite a few. I think as far as the channel is concerned, we've had Warzone, Call of Duty Warzone, Battle Royale, and Destiny in here as the big games. But otherwise I've been streaming quite a selection as part of my kind of new session here called DRBMiller Introducing. And I had several recently. I've had Nightcall, I had Echo Generation. At the moment I'm also doing, what is it called? Just bear with me. Several of those games offered to us on Game Pass, like indie games and the games that are not well known. We've had Call of Duty Cold War Zombies, we had Call of Duty Cold War Alpha and Beta, but otherwise I've played quite a selection of other games. At the moment I'm really enjoying Dragon Quest 11 remastered version, the brand new one, special edition, which is also on the Game Pass. Really terrific and loving it. Also played A Plague Tale, Detroit Become Human. You know, it's just the list goes on and on. Loads of different games. And it's really difficult to catch up with all of those new releases on Game Pass and PlayStation Now services, because you know they come in such great numbers and there's so little time. What games have you played, sir? Yeah, we need to get in here. Should be better now. We have like 5 or 6 people. This is a sort of activity where you really need a full squad, like 6 people, 9 people, you know, in order to get through all the tiers. So 6 tiers altogether, I think, isn't it, Sekapupu? The last tier is quite difficult for those big bosses. Not really breaking much, is it, for some reason, don't know why. The other game I played, sir, was The Last of Us, remastered version, special edition. A very good game as well. Nova Bomb is so powerful, it destroys everyone. Oh, that was good. And one more. Where's the last one? Okay, so we defeated all of them. So we need to get to the next altar.
All is lost.
Our friend Paperclip says, I've been focusing on getting 100% trophies in games, and I like the variety of games you're playing. Currently playing Star Wars Battlefront 2015, only 1 DLC trophy left. Fall Guys, good progress, I think there's about 28 trophies left. And Hitman Absolution on my PS3, 39 out of 47. Wow, that's loads of trophies. And also really 2 platforms combined, PlayStation 3 and PlayStation 4. Well, I'm just hoping that they'll make full backward compatibility on PlayStation, you know, a bit like what we have on Xbox. Makes a very big difference because you know, you can just access everything on any of the consoles. Just completed my triumph, that Sukapupu. Some heavy machine gun triumph. I plan to go back to Destiny 1 later this year, our friend says, and try to get 100% of the trophies there. And you need a couple of trophies, including the flawless one. Well, I think that's going to be very difficult, and it's very grindy. Well, I'm trying to think of all the other games I've played. You know, it's quite a selection. One game I can certainly very highly recommend you is Kingdom Come Deliverance, right? A very, very good game made by Warhol Studios in Prague, Czech Republic, and very similar to Skyrim, but a bit more with an adult twist. You know, you have like able to romance certain ladies, and it's really, really very, very interesting, and plenty of story-based content. You learn everything about the Central European nobility, all the kings and noblemen. Yeah, we need to do this. We need to activate this thing. So that's tier 4. That's good. Once we get to tier 6, a bit more of everything. There he is. Look at him. Well, that's because he killed the ogre. I was aiming at the ogre. Look at this. This guy's floating. It's odd. Never seen anything like this. He's floating. Did you see this, Sukapupu? Look at that. Above me. Can you see it? Yeah, he's floating really high up in the air. Look at him. Above me. Yeah. This is a bit similar to the zombies, isn't it, Spurs? So many of these enemies coming in from everywhere. Yeah, this relic you can pick up in order to eliminate them, the wizards. So once you pick up the relic, you have a shield, and then, you know, the relic breaks the shield. Our friend says, I also plan to be picking up PlayStation 4 by the end of the year. I'd like to get Black Ops Cold War as the next current gen title. Well, I would certainly advise you to wait a little while with Cold War. We were doing, well, I've done alpha and beta, and it performed reasonably well. Then I did kind of a pre-release demo, and that didn't work too well. And we were doing zombies. We're trying to do zombies this weekend, and unfortunately nothing worked. Had really serious problems with cross-platform access, and we couldn't bring anyone in who was on PCs. It's very glitchy, rubber banding, causing all sorts of problems. So on the other hand, they will resolve these glitches. It will take probably 6 months for everything to be in order. So I'm obviously considering whether to buy it later in the year. That is Call of Duty Cold War. Zombies are still free of charge today, but they don't seem to perform, you know, on the tech side of things. Really bad. We spent 90 minutes on Sunday, I think it was, Sekabuku and myself trying to really squad up, and we couldn't. Didn't want to register anybody who was on a PC. So it was very disappointing and very, very infuriating as well. I'm generally very patient, but that was just literally testing my patience. So we're going to the tier 6, right? Yep. It's tier 5. Quickly activate it because we'll lose it. Oh, it's tier 5. I thought it was tier 6. Our friend says, yes, Destiny 1 Flawless Trophy will be very grindy and difficult, but I do think it is doable. Well, you know, just invite some of our friends from the community, and if you do it together, like with Sekapupu, and maybe with Captain Jack, then you'll be able to kind of walk through it. Otherwise, it's very difficult. I think Sekapupu... Kingdom Come Deliverance, I've heard of this game. I think right now I'm focused on Battlefront, Hitman Absolution and Fall Guys. I'm also working on some smaller titles, playing with my two little girls, Digger HD and Joe Danger 2, the movie, both on PS3, while I also play together with them. I'm secretly working on some trophies. And Deputy says, I've never seen someone floating in Destiny 2 before. Interesting. Yeah, it's a glitch. We've had this a few times, both with loot as well as some of the enemies. Pops up from time to time, you know. It looks bizarre, doesn't it? It's a bit like in Dead Space. Our friend says, I just completed Life is Strange 2 earlier this month. Really enjoyed the story, very interesting. Like that there is reference to the original Life is Strange game, and it's based on the choices that you made. Well, Tell Me Why is another game that was also produced by the same developer, a company based in France called Don't Nod. And if you have a chance, I would most highly recommend it. It has a wonderful, wonderful story with a twist, and it's very, very similar to Life is Strange. So anybody who was in awe of Life is Strange, both 1 and 2, will be definitely very, very keen on Tell Me Why as well. Played it and I streamed it during the summer of last year. Definitely a very, very good game. Depcliff says, I probably won't be picking up the PS5 until later this year, so hopefully most of the bugs in Black Ops Cold War will be dealt with by then. We'll see, but appreciate the advice. Well, you know, we've had several launches recently that included Anthem and most recently Cyberpunk that really backfired very, very significantly. The games were launched before they were ready, and I think the same problem happened with Cold War to a degree, but it wasn't to do with the game not being ready. They integrated 3 games recently, a few weeks ago, into like one big universe where you can import loadouts and all the other items, and that's also been designed to be performing across platform, and so far it's not performed too well. Those problems in every one of these games, and also in Warzone, Battle Royale. I think that's the sole reason for all the glitches. I mean, really, it was so bad, you know. Zombies mode was unplayable. It was gave it a miss. Where is that beast? Yeah, we need to push on. Oh, there he is. Okay, we got him. Right, 2 more. Oiga's gone. Yeah, 1 more left. There he is. Did we get him? Yes, we did, yeah. So that's 8 out of 8. And now the last one. But the last one's really tricky. And... oh yeah, very good. Yeah, very hard to kill. My skills with that Spire are really shameful. Well, the other guys might be able to use some other weapons, so... well, that's good that we're getting him. Oh, he nearly got me. There we go. He's nearly gone. He's nearly gone. Still, how many? 2 of them. Where is that super? Seconds. Should be able to get him now. There, we got him. He is gone. That's good. So that's really been completed in full. All 6 tiers. Loads of phantasmal fragments. And Sakapoop is eating popcorn. Look at this. Do you see this? He's like munching away his popcorn. Buckets full. You can collect lots of orbs, and also if you see any of those, any of these items, these engrams, then you bring them back and you can unlock them with Master Rahul and yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true. In Destiny 1, we need to unlock all of them. See what our friend said. Our friend says, I've been playing the Division 2 with my buddy. We only play for a couple of hours per week, but it's a lot of fun. I play the Division 2 and 1 from time to time, and we also have a good community attached to my channel. Some of the veterans. Kat joined our Discord recently, and I think she'll be probably joining us with Warzone sessions. And I just find the Division to be absolutely fantastic. It's a wonderful tactical military simulation game, and loved it really. Played it already for quite a few years. And don't know what you've heard, sir, but the developer, Massive Entertainment, is in a deal with Bethesda to where they're working out on a brand new Indiana Jones game, and that game is currently like in progress. So we're all very, very excited because receiving a new one, you know, particularly to Bethesda with massive big RPG kind of content will be really, really kind of eagerly waited, greatly appreciated. Right, boys, I think that was it with the altars. What do we do next? What do you fancy? We return to orbit. We can go back to the tower, do some admin, because I think we'll need to look at Spurs' loadouts and maybe getting some upgrades, some extra weapons. Go back to the tower. Quests. And then I'll go to the tower. Yeah, sure, no worries. No worries. Pepclip says, later this year I also want to be getting back into Modern Warfare 3 and clean up the DLC. I got the Platinum many years ago but never completed all of the Spec Ops available on DLC. You know, they've given us Modern Warfare free of charge, the remastered version, through PlayStation Plus about 6 months ago. I've not played it yet, but we've been hammering Warzone during the last quarter, and it's been very, very popular and, you know, very interactive. We have loads of new people coming in every day, and also the playback of my streams being watched quite a lot on YouTube and elsewhere. So we have a very vibrant, very dynamic community of Warzone veterans and, you know, people playing Battle Royale. And I was also promoting the game on its release. If you recall, I've had early streams prior to its release, and then we had about 3 weeks of Warzone continuously on the channel. So I've gone back to it later in the year because Destiny became a bit lukewarm with the overall community participation on my channel, that is. And I felt that I just, you know, brought back the community you know, in full. So we all are here every day. With Destiny, we are going to be getting this once we get the full cross-platform access, and that should be happening within the first 3 months of this year. And then Destiny will become a proper, you know, multiplayer with everyone coming from everywhere, Stadia included, and that will be great. I really look forward to that. As you can see, our friend Spurs joined us today, and we are just having a bit of a walkthrough to make sure that we provide some tips and some strategies on what, you know, a new person in Destiny 2 can be doing. And that's the idea behind our community session today. Very good to see you, sir. You know, we talked a little while back. Just great to hear that you are well, healthy, safe and well. That's the most important thing of all. and that everything is alright. Because, you know, my heart sinks when I see how things are in the US overall, pandemic included, and I just hope that you are going to have a good resolution in sight. Because us in Britain, we're very worried about everything that we're seeing on our TV, and, you know, it's been a very, very difficult time for everyone, and particularly for people who suffered through the pandemic, people who lost their loved ones, and it's just, I mean, we are just pretty much the same. We now have, I think, 90,000 dead declared, extra 35,000 who died also of COVID-related illnesses. So that's altogether 120,000 people. You know, 120,000 people died, and it's just dreadful. I think about 4.5 million people got infected. I'm absolutely, you know, gobsmacked and speechless. Our friend says, yes, I also own the remastered Modern Warfare 2 campaign from PS Plus as well. Yeah, it's been given to us a few months back, and I'm sure that with our Warzone team we'll be able to, you know, do some of that at a certain point. But at the moment we want to be getting as many great matches as possible. We still work on our strategies, and it's been really absolutely fantastic. It's been really good fun, and we're really enjoying it. And our friend says, in the US we passed 24 million infected. Well, that's a staggering figure, I'm afraid. It's just... Today? Well, that's a bit strange. He was usually there on weekends, wasn't he? Alright, let's have a look at the inventory. Did you manage to pick up some good items, Spurs? Okay. You'll find it. It is very easy to pick up when you get into any form of skirmish or battle. Yeah, I'll come to... Let's have a look at Sir then. Where are you, Sekapupu? Okay, let's just go to Sekapupu. Let's have a look at what this character's has for us. You dropped. They remastered the graphics, you know, they really are already tailored for next gen. So everything looks a bit darker than usual over here. But on the other hand, the audio-visual quality is just mouth-watering. Really incredible. Right, so where did you go then? Yeah, I've gone left, so I can't see you anymore. Yeah. All the way down. Towards Amanda. Oh, I see, he's in there, he's hiding.
I was cold, and the night gave me warmth. You have questions, Warlock. I have answers.
Look at this. Sekapubu's relaxing next to Zare. Let me just take a screenshot of this. This is so cool. Or purchasing them from him. So it's either or.
I come bearing help. May we
What are the other ones we purchased from him? So what have we got here? We got Arbalest, Oath Keeper, ACDO, Feedback Fence. I thought it was ACDC. The Stag. The Stag? Helmet? Looks pretty good. Well, that's something for me, considering that I'm from Hertfordshire, right? I need that stag. I'll be distinctly recognizable. Yeah, I like it. Yeah, I can buy it actually. I've got enough legendary shards. Xenology quest. You already have an exotic cipher, so they need to do it. Let's see what I've got in my helmets in there. Well, that's not really good, is it? Kyron's Cure. You know what my favorite helmet is, Zekapupu? The one I like the best. Astrocyte Vest. You can see like the whole universe within the helmet. I really like that one. Do you see it? Yeah. Pick up. I quite like this stag. Do you have stag? Any good? Is it useful? That's true, that's true. You like your Titan. So is it gonna be a good purchase? Is it worth my money? Mobility 18, Resilience 12, Recovery 4, Discipline 13. Yeah, I just fancy the way it looks. I'm biased, I'm afraid. My county has got this big emblem, right? My county, and it's a stag. So I want to have a stag. It's just, it's being silly. Completely useless, but I just want to have it. Obelisk, yeah. Well, for me, Cerberus works the best, because it has, what, 4 or 5 barrels. And no other weapon works for me in the Crucible, so I've got to be using that Cerberus all the time. I was telling Spurs yesterday about it. I'll show you this weapon in a minute. You'll be able to see it. Very powerful. No. Really? No, I've not played it. No. Yeah. I know of it. I have not played it. Right.
May it change your fate.
I acquired it. And guess what? I'll put it on. So I look funny. Yeah, I'll come. Just a second. Oh, look at that. I love it. Stag it is. Stag it is. Yeah. Stag from Hertfordshire and Destiny. Isn't that incredible? Who would have guessed? Are you quite keen on this? Sikapupu. Once you scanned it, what'd you get for it? Sword ammunition finder, that's useful, isn't it? Okay. Just a minute, I can also do some cosmetics on this. Well, similar to Elder Scrolls, this game has a lot of admin, so there's a lot of work always on outfits and armor, weaponry, and upgrading it all the time. So a lot of the time is spent just doing bits and pieces, and they massively enhanced the entire system. So today we can get default ornaments, we can get shaders and perks and all sorts. The only thing that I dislike slightly is the lengthy grind for the energy, because these what they call it, the shards you need to pick up, right? They're really hard to find, and it takes a long while to get them. So therefore leveling up from 5 upwards on the cosmetics front is on the energy front is really taking forever. Let me just see some of the other outfits. Metallic Sunrise, maybe not, maybe I'll go for Typinol Zero. It's too hard to pronounce. And this one? Hacker History, Polish. What's happened? Been brought to orbit. Maybe it's the maintenance. Just a second. Oh yeah? Yeah, we're all here. Go back to the tower and do some admin. I need to look at that stag. There we are, up in the air. Going back. Now friend Paperback says, it's good to hear you are back to streaming Destiny 2 on a regular basis. I know you've probably grown your community. Yeah, well basically the biggest community we have here is attached to Destiny 1. And you will recall that we streamed Destiny 1 at one stage every single day and for quite a while. But you know, the game has been around for a long while, and I just watched a couple of reviews coming my way from various streamers last week, and they're all saying that they feel that the community is dropping somewhat in terms of its regularity, because the game's been around for a long while, and it was the same thing with Halo and with Elder Scrolls. But you always have people who are returning back, who have a break for a few months and come back and have a look. I was just saying to one of our friends the other day here in our community that Destiny is very good for passing traffic, so to speak. You have every single, let's say if you stream 5 hours a day, you will get maybe between 70 and 140 people popping in and saying hello and just having a look. People come and go, basically. Not everybody will be communicating, but it's still, busy with people having a look and making some contacts. It's just that I didn't get, during the last 6 months, a lot of interactivity. So lots of people pop in, but they wouldn't really connect with all of the other community members. And that is basically what we do here. It's all about connectivity and interaction. So, the games I'm streaming have got to be able to connect people. Basically, that's the bottom line. Destiny is going to be very much of that sort of game once we get cross-platform access. And also once we get Destiny 1 and 2 fully integrated. Then it will be incredible. Then it will be just one of the best games ever created. That's my personal view. But I was telling you earlier, as we were battling out, those demons in there, monsters, whatever. I was telling you about those games that were launched that were unfinished. Cyberpunk had a disastrous launch, and I'm not sure what the main reason for that is, but it's been absolutely disastrous for PlayStation and Xbox. And the game's no longer sold, really, for those platforms. And we had the same problem with Anthem, with Fallout 76, Modern Warfare to a degree, but they basically worked on it 24/7, so they managed to eradicate the problems. And in my book at the moment, the best thing to do is simply to wait. Like, I got Anthem for £10, the Ultimate Edition, and by the time I purchased it, it was just completely sorted. The game was already having a different shape and, with some different content. And I think it's very disappointing if somebody's investing $70, $80, $90, $100 and then receiving all the glitches and problems like what we were having with that zombie mode the other day. That's just infuriating, It's best to wait. And there are so many games out there to try, and, it's just the best way of doing it, really. I mean, just think about it. Xbox Game Pass and PlayStation Now services combined will give you like instant access to 1,000 games at once. The vast majority you can download, some you can just stream, and also with Xbox you can try them on your Android and your tablets. So it's just mind-boggling. You never have any form of shortage as far as the titles are concerned. You have always something to play. And they're integrating Electronic Arts streaming services into the Game Pass as well. So we have Dragon Age trilogy and Mass Effect and Battlefield and all the biggies from Electronic Arts instantly accessible at no charge. So that's really terrific. And our friend says, I'm really excited to jump back into Destiny 1. For last year, not a huge gamer, but he really got into Destiny 1. Do you have anyone that is still active in Destiny 1? Yes. Every one of the community members here is still active in Destiny 1. And you can literally hit them up with a message at any time. Right, boys, what do we do next? Let me just have a look at your loadout spares. Let's see what... let me just have a look. Where are you? Oh, you are. Okay.
Guardian, I'm glad you...
No.
We all have to look out for each other these days.
Clean floor is a happy floor. A happy floor is a clean floor.
I couldn't find Sekapupu. Still downstairs, is he? Okay. Yep. Cool. Let me just have a look. Let me just very quickly have a look. One to 61. That's all right. Going up. Oh no, that's not you. That's somebody else. Hang on. Spect player. Yeah, you got some legendaries. False Promises 1060. You're going up also with tier 2 weapon, Raider Tuner. It's quite good.
Are the archives finite?
1055. Right, Sekapupu, what do you suggest? What would be the best activity for Spurs to get some high quality gear? Okay. You fancy some strikes, Spurs? Okay. Let's go to the front. Let's go to the front. If you boys just all line up here. Yeah, Sekapupu as well. Here where the balcony is. I want to take a screenshot of us all. It's not really ideal for some reason. All three of us. Okay, I've got us now. I'll try to do one from the front. Maybe I need to jump in here. Hang on. Okay, let's try like this. With a flag. It's pretty. Just bear with me a second. I just need to respond to our friend who was asking a few questions. Our friend said Cyberpunk 2077 really had a terrible launch. I feel there was misinformation on their part. Really feel that they must have known that the old console generation wasn't ready for launch. I have to think it was a leadership decision to launch it after several days. Well, they're still debating it, and the new regulator they have in Poland will penalize them very heftily, so I'm not sure whether the company will be able to pay the fine, and it could end in bankruptcy as well. So it's a very, very sad state of affairs for what was otherwise a very, very promising developer. But you know, they always stretch themselves. They've just released the game too early, and they should have done a lot more work on it. And I find it incredible that it would work reasonably well on PCs, but not at all on the older gen consoles. It's crazy. And great to hear that your community is still active in Destiny 1. Thank you for confirming that. I'll reach out when I'm ready to get back into it. Please feel free. And also, if you can join our Discord, sir, join our Discord, and you'll be able to connect with all of the community members there. We have one section dedicated to Destiny, the other to Warzone, and the third one is just a general kind of community membership. So I'll send you a private invite to your Whisper today, right? So just connect. Basically, once you get the invite, you join our community, and please feel free to communicate with everyone. I'm sure that Matthias will be very, very keen on joining forces with you, because I know he's still playing Destiny 1 a lot, and he told me the other day that he's still not very keen on Destiny 2 to a degree, right? So Matthias will definitely want to join you, and I'm sure Sekapupu, and maybe, you know, all of us. So just let us know when you're going to be live online, and we'll come in. And I'll send you this invite sometime today in the evening, if that's alright with you, sir. Right, boys, let's just crack on. We'll go and do some strikes. See, we'll have a look at where is it? Destinations. So let's see, Vanguard. We'll go to Vanguard, or we go for Nightfall. Oh yeah, they changed this now. We haven't got all the other ones. So just one lot of strikes instead of several that we had previously. Basically, the strikes are various story missions, and you know, are very, very enjoyable. This one has got some mods. Solar Singe. Solar damage increases slightly from all sources, so we need to use solar weapons, and yeah, solar damage increases slightly. That would be... So it's Dawn Blade, really, we need to equip. Go to inventory. Hold on a minute. What about Dawnblade? Is that not it? Attunement of Flame. Dawnblade. Is that the one? Sikaboop, is that the one? I can't hear you. I think you muted your mic, Sikaboop. We can't actually hear a thing. Our friend Paperclip says, this is great, thank you. No worries, sir, no worries. We've set up those communities in Discord recently, and you know, it's like an in-house tool for communication and for connecting with others. It really helps.
Scared to look at the news these days.
So we'll go back. And we'll go to Vanguard Strike. So the first one was solar weapons, the other one was Grenadier. Grenadier abilities deal more damage, and then Blackheart's enemy melee attacks are significantly more powerful. So we need to be staying away from some of the enemies, I guess. No close quarters. So what's happened? You've gone. We suddenly, yeah. We didn't hear anything. We were just asking about the subclass. Yeah. Well, I'll try it. Jetson of Saturn.
Two star-crossed lovers have sullied my shore. Our old friend, the Mind-Bender, may rest in pieces. And in another, the High Brutus, traitor to her kin.
Me.
Alexei.
I'll have a look.
But never in this scale. I'm told this whole nest seething beneath my shore, and I want it exterminated.
Daybreak, yeah.
Now contemplate your debts to me.
No. Yeah. Yeah, that grenade was very powerful. Destroyed about 4 or 5 of them at once. We need to go inside, I think. Oh, there's a chest in there. And collect loot. Sorry.
Those aren't spiders falling.
They have no love for the hive. They understand no language. Kill or be killed.
I'm just about to join you. Are we all here? Okay, so we need to go inside, yeah? Yeah, I'll go first. Looks very red hot. I nearly got killed. There's this exploding troll in there. 2 of them. Is the correct way or not? No, I've gone the wrong way. Thank you. I've gone the wrong way, I think, didn't I? Yeah. It's not the right tunnel.
Detecting elevated levels of ether in that mountain.
Oh, look at him. Good. Is he gone? He is, yeah, he's dead. Cool, cool, cool.
Ether-cursed thrall are explosive. If this worm is cursed with ether too, then maybe we can use it to break down that barrier. Strange. The worm is infected with ether too.
Oh, he's busy down here. I'm gone already. some heavy artillery on me as well. He is gone. There's another one in there. He still lived. That's crazy. Yeah, this is sort of medium difficulty. Yeah? There are so many weapons in this game, honestly. It's just mind-boggling. Brute hold, yeah, needs to be eliminated. Okay. Oh, that wizard's so powerful.
There's the queen.
Oh, there's the queen.
If we kill the brood queen, that's the end of this nest. And if they haven't dug too deep, the end of the hive on the tangled shore.
Where do we go? Downstairs, yeah? Down below. Yeah, it is, yeah. It's down below in the hole. We need to go into the hole. Yeah, we did. We did. Suddenly, we couldn't hear you. Yeah, I'm always using that one. The world of Destiny is amazing, you know, all these caves and lost sectors and planets. Just one can spend a lot of time just exploring all these different areas.
Watch yourself.
This is looking amazing. Looks so much better than before. Do you remember Sekapupu how it looked before? Much enhanced. Well, they've done it now 4 and 8K, you know, for next gen. It really makes a world of difference. Same here, I'm dead. We're all dead. I need to change my weapon. I'm not happy with these weapons, hang on. Coming to revive you.
Spider, we cleared off the nest.
Quickly. Well, if it was that easy,
Oh, we succeeded.
discounts towards your decks.
The queen's dead.
I want a fair trade.
Yeah, just loot everything.
That wasn't
That's gonna
the agreement.
be giving you some really good loot.
Oh, there was no agreement, little monster. Just considerations. Might and maybe.
Yeah, we'll just leave it. They'll come. Yeah, they'll come in automatically. So what do you reckon, Spaz? Any good? Yeah. Yeah. Which is a very enjoyable activity. That's yeah, it's the subclasses and how to use them. They're really kind of tailored to particular weapons and I mean tailored to particular enemies. Well, that's, you know, it's just autopilot. They have ins and outs on different games, and it happens to me as well. So, oh, I'm playing a different game. But this game is always at its most enjoyable when done together with a team, you know? Always. Let's see. Well, it's very easy peasy for us, isn't it? We just migrate to Warzone and crack on in there. It's nice and easy. Yeah, it's the maintenance. So what do you reckon? We go to Warzone? Excellent. Okay, we'll depart from the party, all of us, and then I'll load Warzone. I'll be there in 10 seconds, and we'll crack on with some activities, yeah? Yeah, no worries. I'll be there very shortly. Indeed. So my dear friends, as you've seen, we've come to the end of our broadcast of Destiny 2 for today, and that is due to its maintenance. We cannot really access the servers now for a little while. Hope you enjoyed our walkthrough and activities. We'll come back to Destiny tomorrow, hopefully with the same team, and I certainly had a lot of fun, and we had some activities on the moon. We've gone through the admin, and also we engaged on strikes, which I think, well, I thought was really very enjoyable. I've not done it for quite a while, that particular strike, and really very good to be reacquainting with some of the areas that have been greatly invested into a little while back. So everyone who's watching the stream on various platforms, you can just simply migrate to Warzone, and we'll carry on with our battles in there. So thank you for watching, thank you for supporting the channel. Many thanks to everyone who was contributing as well, to Sikabuku and Spares, our teammates, as well as our friends here on Twitch, Paperclip in particular. Thank you guys for your participation and indeed for your contributions. Our adventures will continue tomorrow as usual, so stay with us. Right now for some more activities in Warzone. See you all in a bit.